Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FistaFury6992, and welcome to a pretty much an update that I want to talk about because there's a little bit of a lot. Now, before we begin this, I apologize. I have a cold right now, like a terrible, terrible cold. So, I'm coming over it. It was really worse yesterday, so I couldn't really talk about it on the day that this came out, but I'm basically getting a little bit better. I'm still a little stuffy. Still a little bit contagious. So forgive me for the little bit of a groggy voice, but I do want to talk about this because this thing needs to be mentioned before anyone does this. And what do I mean by that? Well, the update came out. And there's going to be a lot of things coming out. Like I just saw the Alien, the Mummy, and Halloween. This new season pass is all mercenary things that's going on. We'll get to that all in a minute. But the main event is pretty much you customize your own garage now. And I thought, that's beautiful. That's brilliant. Sorry, it's having a hard time breathing while gasping air, so forgive me. And I thought, that's beautiful. Great. Perfect. I would love to see that, to see good people out there putting out effort in their garage for once, like a modding community. No, it's nothing like that, and we're going to get to the problems I have with it a little bit. But for now, let's load in the garage. And so we're in the custom garage, and you can see I've built this garage with some pieces. So before we begin the review, I'm sure everybody wants to see what my garage looks like, so I'm going to put it in build mode. So we'll talk about this in a minute, but I just want to show you real quick how I built this. So over here we have a pathetic station of the tank crew giving orders, basically where they get their briefing of the mission. Then over here you got your maintenance area, that's pretty much your machine and stuff. There's a couple of guns here with a turret tiger. And over here is my grandfather's tank he gave me, the Love. And pretty much I made it look like it was built and stuff like that. But we'll get to this in a minute. Like I said, I'm just showing it off real quick. Got a crane here, a Jeep. And then over here I got the Type 59, which is pretty much my girl's tank. So this is her tank pretty much. Even though the Type 59 too, she plays a lot more than the Type 59. But this is the tank that she, if anyone knows her, would know that this is the most iconic tank to her. Got some engine. I got my little storage unit over here. Oh, and if you're wondering about the bars, is when the tank pops up, that just shows like how they fix it and all that, how they climb on top of it. Since there's really, we'll get to that in a minute. Then storage. You got a head of an Abram over here, and some bunk beds. Now you would think like, Fury, it looks great. You're probably, or saying it sucks, depending on your point of view. You're probably saying like, really, you could put more in there. Well, let's talk about the problems I have with this. So, where do I begin? So, actually, let's talk about like this. Since you're saying like, well, Fury, there's not much. You got all this open space around here that you can add more stuff around this garage, like everywhere, front and back, whatever. Well, I would if the god dang point system on the bottom was so pathetically low. Okay, here's the biggest problem I get, and everybody else has agreed with this problem too, that the point system is very low for how big this garage is. This is a massive, massive garage. If I clear everything out, it's a big, huge garage, which is like very, very, like, you can get creative in it very easily. You can do a lot of things. However, though, they only give you 1,000 points. Like, you see that on the bottom down there? It's 1,000 points that you can only use. Now, you would think, like, oh, 1,000 points. That should be not a lot, Fury. So, how are you not putting so much in there? Well, it does, because a lot of these pieces have points to them. Like, see this one. The Abrams head with the turret built on it, or fixing it. That's 25 points. Over here, 10 points. Then 10 points, 10 points. And we'll get to the tanks in a minute, but you probably saw a glimpse of that. 15 points. So you can see like it adds up pretty quick. And anything with animation like this, it's 25 points. The guy that's sleeping on the bed, like, and like, what the fuck are you doing? Get up and help to fix the tank. Is 20 points, and you see what I mean? It adds up. So that's a huge problem, especially when we should talk about the main thing that I am really mad about. This, our tanks. And you're probably saying, like, well, Fury, that shouldn't be bad. And why is there only 2 tanks? These tanks cost over 175 points to put 1 tank in. Now, you'd be granted saying, yeah, that's not a lot, Fury, but times that by 4, because the max you could put in here is only 4, and yeah, it takes a huge chunk out of your point system. I mean, granted, yes, you could put a whole garage thing in there and make it like that, but that is so stupid to have it designed where you can only put 2 tanks, and I don't understand why. You got this massive, massive garage. At first, I thought when we were gonna build our own tank garage, I thought like, okay, I'm gonna have one side, 1 through freaking 10 of my favorite tanks, all down this route like you're seeing right now, all the way down to the beginning to end, showing my best tanks ever, my babies of all. But no, you can't do that because it takes up too much points. And then if you want to make it look creative and beautiful, like make it look like you got scaffolding going up to it, or putting some, an engine next to it to make it look like, it's part of its engine, it takes up too much points. So for anyone who's beginning to do this, if you're a beginner, do not buy more than 2 slots if you want to future customize this. If you just want to put your tanks in and that's it, and that's all you want to show, that's fine. Let's talk about how to get these materials. So you're probably saying, like, well, Fury, is this in-game currency you did all this? I wish. I fucking wish. This is what I'm going to talk a lot about because this is really bad. Okay. Is it all cost silver? Fuck no! This is wargaming we're talking about. And oh my God! What? What? I have to take a minute to express my feelings to this, which is not good. Okay, I know you're all gonna say this, and I'm gonna just flat out say this. A lot of things you can pay with is gold. A lot of the good shit, in my opinion, is gold. I mean, yes, you can argue saying, but there's in-game silver. But here's the problem. It's 50,000, 50,000 credits for one material. So in other words, if you look at any of this stuff right here I'm showing, it's 50,000 credits. Now, I know what you're all going to say. Cold War people. Now, imagine this, okay? I'm not saying like you won't make easily that money every time. But please imagine this. Imagine you didn't have no Cold War tank. Imagine you didn't had not Cold War tank, like have any Cold War premiums. Imagine you didn't have a high tier premium in World War II. Imagine you were trying to play this normally and you started off in this game. 50,000 silver is a lot for anyone to just fuck around. So, at the bottom line is, nobody is going to be doing this in the beginning. Like, please, for the love of God, do not customize your garage while you're trying to grind your tanks if you're a beginner. It's not worth the money. And what else is not worth the money? Is the ones that you pay with gold. Luckily, I opened up a bunch of key cards and I got enough gold to show what's in the garage, and I'm happy where it is and never do it again. Why? Because this is fucking stupid. I get it that a lot of people are going to say this, and you're going to be very real, that wargaming needs to make money. Okay, $4 people are going to say is not bad, because at the end of the day, the only gold you can get is either out of a crate, which doesn't give you the exact amount every time, or getting the amount that only lowest it gives you is the $4.99, which is the 8,500. Nearly up to like $6. Now, before you all attack me saying that, oh, that's not bad, Fury, that it is bad. This is cosmetics. Cosmetics. This is not like camouflage on a tank that's cosmetic. This is not like anything like that. I mean, camouflage, well, if you want to make that argument, camouflage could conceal your tank better, or it makes your tank look better and everybody could see it on the battlefield. So there's your argument there that's more worth it. But here, you're in your garage. You're in your garage. No one's going to see this unless you're a YouTuber like me, a Twitch streamer. That's the only way. That's the only way people could see it. Or you took pictures of your thing and send messages to people. But at the end of the day, but this is, I'm talking about an average Joe player. There's no point in this thing. There's no point in these garage showings because, again, like I said, no one's going to see it unless you screenshot it, stream, or YouTube. So making all these purchases, if you bought a lot of these, like I said, I got lucky with the crate. But look at it, even gets outrageous for a tank like a T-34-85 under repair. So it's showing like it's being repaired in the garage. Okay, cool. It's 1,250. Are you serious right now? Are you for a cosmetic that only you can see? I'm gonna repeat that again. For only you can see is worth 125, 1,250 gold. Wow, Wargaming. You can't even give us the privilege of looking at our, doing things like customize our awesome tanks for without shoving a fucking wallet face into our thing. And like I said, I know there's different options you could get like with regular silver earning. That's for if you have nothing to spend. I get that, but still, that's in-game money. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with it if you're a beginner and you're doing that because I find that like that's sad if you do that. But here, this is 1,250. You could save that for the season pass. You could buy a commander. You could buy almost a low tier every skin on the tank permanently to where you have permanent concealment on your beloved low tiers. This is just a cosmetics look. Like I said, just fixing the tanks. They're cosmetic looks. And that is stupid. I don't care if it's cool to customize your garage. I don't like the fact that it almost costs like fucking $10 to get one piece. That is robbery. That is robbery. And I refuse to get these things because, again, this is stupid. And like, what would you rather do? Spend that gold on a one piece that no one's going to see besides you in the garage? Or would you spend it on, like, save it for something like, Season Pass Ultimate? Season Pass Ultimate? Any of the premium tanks there's later down the road to save for important things? I get it that there is stupid cosmetic looks in this game for skins that are useless, like Cold War, because they're going to see you all the time, so there's no point of putting camouflage on a tank unless it matches the environment. I'm looking at you, fucking Wiz tank from the premium thing, that Chinese tank with the red skin. You ain't going to hide nowhere with that. But this is my point. I just don't understand why Wargaming would charge this much. I know why they do it. Fuck you, give me money. I get that. I'm too sick to make a joke like that or yell because I've got this fucking cold. But I had to say that because when I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me, Wargaming? You build up the hype of building this garage and you hide everything behind a gold bang paywall. Look at this. Organized, like, here's another example. Here's shells and all these parts. Like, hang on, I'm trying to find a good example. Like you see, like, gun on the floor, like traveling wheel pieces, You got engine and barrel and all that, but here it's like if you pay gold, here, look, you get a shelf that looks more organized, more things that an actual military base would fucking have. Like, organized. They wouldn't throw this shit everywhere unless they're in a wartime, but I guess you got me there, but judging by how neat and clean this area is, it looks like fucking like it's not an exactly wartime looking area. It looks like the Cold War era. But this is my point. Like, for one piece of gold, like for 625 for just this piece, or 1,250 for having a Progetto, 60 TP, fucking under repairs like here. Now, and here's the worst part. There's even a nuke for 1,250. It looks badass, but again, cosmetic that no one's going to see. And this is what I'm trying to beat in your head. These are cosmetic no one's going to see unless you do streaming or YouTube, because no one's going to be looking at this. The minute you go load up in a squad, your details and everything are gone. And I know this is a prototype stage, but Wargaming, if you're going to make us spend real-time money in this game, then make it where when we join a platoon, whoever's the leader is, we see their custom garage. We see this. So that way, we know what it looks like. So that way, people that spend their hard-earned money or putting any gold or effort or designing or taking their time building everything in this room that you see right now, thinking that everybody's going to see what your garage looks like, it makes it more worth it if they see it. See how they build it. Oh, God. And look, one machine gun, 50 cal turret, 6,250. So if you wanted to get two of them, you have to pay literally almost up to 2,000. Oh, God. This is so ludicrously expensive as up. Now, granted, yes. They're going to put more in later on. So whatever you do, don't be like me that filled it up to the brig, because there's going to be more features. I know there's going to be more features, because you want to know why. You want to know why I think that, to be honest? I'll give you one hint. Where's the commanders? You ever thought of that? Wargaming. Here's an idea for you, if you want to do that. How about put in our 3D commanders? Standing around a garage. Have them in there. But make sure it's low, because we want to put multiple. Because, Jesus Christ, if you put a very high thing, that's going to suck. But yeah, have our 3D models in there. Just have them, around the tank garage, standing still like this. Or have them move around. Have them sit down in a chair. Have them drink fucking coffee. Do something! Make it look like, oh, this is where they go after the battle's over, or waiting until they launch a game. Could you imagine how awesome that would be if everybody could see all of the commanders you got? I get it that they're money paid things, so that sucks, but imagine, they could show their stats, show their thing to other people. It would be showing you how much time you put effort into these commanders, how much time you put work in these commanders, so that way you would know if it's worth your value and time. Imagine this guy. Imagine him in the garage and you're seeing him. It'd be funny seeing the pirate guy standing on top of a tank looking like that. Or, and you know why I know they're going to do this? Because I know for a fact we're going to get anime people. Yes, I know that's a far stretch. Wargaming hasn't confirmed it, but I guarantee you that as soon as they do, I know for a fact they're going to have anime commanders and anime tanks, like Girls and Panzers and all that. And they're going to have to put the commanders in the custom garage. Because I know that's going to be a nightmare for me. Everybody's going to be sending me screenshots and be like, oh, look at my anime girl. Look at my anime girl. Look, they're all over my garage. It's like, oh my God, can I stop seeing people's garages filled with anime chicks? Stop. God. That would be funny, but for me, but it would also be annoying. But yeah, this is why I think that would happen. That would make it worth it. Could you just imagine this picture right here being your garage? Yeah, just have like the girls on top of the tank, like have like all that, or have like them standing around looking at your tank, like make it like sit on the sideline. Since I'll show you right now, this is your tank gonna be. This is where the area your tank's gonna be always. So you can have it like they're gonna be standing right here on the outside line, looking at your tank. They could be doing stuff or anything like something, anything. But I know that I'm gonna bite my own tongue saying that because I want my garage feel more lively. I want to see people in this garage. I want to see my commanders in this garage. However, though, after seeing the gold spending of just having a freaking nuke missile in my garage being expensive, a tank and all that, I'm kind of scared to see what the 3D commanders would cost. And that would terrify me the absolute most in this game if they do that. But I'm just saying, I just don't like looking at blanks and nothing. Which, by the way, Wargaming, why is our garage this fucking big? Why is it that big? Why is it not small? Like, have it cut between right here to here, take all this extra space out, and then go back here, and then cut a little bit more smidget from three. Let's go over the title. So there's like, okay, I'll show you real quick. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just go right to the 4, cut that out. Why? Because again, like I just said, there's not enough like fucking point to build a garage unless you just don't put your tanks in, unless you don't put special equipment, unless you just fill your garage with useless 10 plus. Like, imagine all your garage is nothing but fucking metal chairs all around the garage, like a madman just like saying, like, I love chairs kind of way. Like, that one, like, I hope not, but like, that's my point. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying it just feels like the garage is way too big and you give us so much less to work with. And I know for a fact that later down the road they're gonna have like season passes and stuff and put like that in the game where you could get, equipment pieces and stuff. So that's that and God that tank looks lovely. Oh, I do want to mention this since you're seeing this on screen and whoever this is, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. We need to have a fucking talk. What is this? Yep, there's the music playing. I'm just gonna zoom away now and just show the icon. Sorry, it's hard to talk over that since I'm not 100% editing this. Who gifted me that? Seriously, who gifted me that? I have said in the last two videos, that I did not want nobody gift me this because I want people to save their money. I didn't want the. Hang on, I got a better idea to show this without the music. Just press this, press X. Good, it stopped. Like, I didn't want people to. Like, I'm not saying I'm ungrateful because I love this tank. I love the Stir K. I mean, that's the reason why you just saw the last action heroes with Stir K. But 16,000 gold. Whoever did this. And I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it. It's somebody obviously watched my videos because I mentioned it twice. I didn't want no one to get it. I didn't want no one to get it because I didn't want to feel bad of spending 16,000 gold just for me to have this. Now, granted, maybe they did this for my birthday because I did mention my birthday and I do love Sabaton. It was one of my favorite bands thing. And that maybe narrows it down. It's probably somebody I actually know because I didn't mention much of my personal life of saying how much I love Sabaton. But now I got the tank. But now I feel really bad because somebody in the world spent 16,000 gold on me. And I don't know what you want me to do. Did you just want me to have it? Did you want me to review it? Because reviewing it, I can't really review it. It's going to be gone in. Hang on, let me go look at the store real quick. Alright, let me see. It's going to be gone in 5 days. I don't have enough time to review something in 5 days. You got to think editing, fucking music. You got to think of all this other thing, playing the games. And that's my cat you're hearing in the background. Stop playing with the orange top, kitty. But my point is, like, I just don't have time to review now, and I just got this yesterday at the very end, and I didn't know why. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I know everybody's gonna be saying, like, well, just be grateful, Fury. Stop being angry about it. It's not the fact that I'm not grateful. It's the concept I said about the spirit of war. I want people to save their money. I'm trying to help you guys review tanks. Try to help you save money. That's why I'm doing this garage review while I'm being sick. Even though I'm sick and I can't really do much of high editing on high tactic talking, I still got technically a voice, even though it's gonna kill me tonight. Probably gonna take a lot of medicine for that. Cough drops. But my point is, I just do it because I care about you better than Wargaming does. I want people to know my personal thing. And I'm not saying that you should just take my word 100%. I just want to help you guys. I want to help you guys. And spending a tank on me shows how much you love me and stuff and how much you care for me and stuff like that. And I do appreciate it. I've been playing this tank. It's fucking awesome. And I thank you for that. But if you did it just for a birthday gift, I'll let it slide. But if you did this to, like, you don't know this tank and you're demanding a review or anything like that, I can't do it. You were too late. Or you just did it out of despite when I said, it's like, why? Like, dude, like, 16,000 gold is not cheap. It's like almost a lot of money. And I know people do the crate system, which we'll get to that in a minute. But I'm rambling on too much because there's a lot more to talk about. But yeah, I just felt bad because, like, I didn't I didn't want people to spend that much money on me. If you want to throw like a couple days of premium or throw anything cheap to like a, $10, like $10 thing, then fine. I don't mind that. But just don't spend anything above that. Like, if you want to like send gifts or something, then just do something like $5 or something. So like a tier 2 or something. Like, so that way I know you didn't hurt your wallet. Oh, sorry. I had to say that because when am I ever going to talk about that? Probably in the next video, but still. Okay, all rambling aside, let's just talk about it. And yes, in case you're wondering too, because people are asking questions and how good this tank is, I do have this new Season Pass Ultimate. I've been playing it. It's been really hard, audience, because keep in mind, everybody's playing this on the exact day I was playing it. So everybody and their brother had this tank. And if you know how much damage it does on the top right corner, it's very hard to play this tank with everybody doing the exact amount, killing you every 5 minutes. Especially when you only get 2 hits. That's it. Ugh, so I'm trying to play this, and then maybe when I get well, I'll do a review on it and see if, like, how to show you how to play it and how, like, great it could be. So, but we're not done. I want to get through this thing really quick. They did update a lot to the game, like for the store, for example. And you're probably thinking to yourself, "Oh, great, what did they put in this time?" Well, actually, it's a beneficiary, because if you go to the very last one, you can get, well, after where the heck it went, because I already redeemed it, but you will see it there. I think it's under, is it under crate system? Hang on, let me look really, really quick. Yes, here it is. You get free crates now. Yes, you heard me correctly. Free daily crate, which I can't get mine until 8 hours and 45 minutes. But hey, now you could get free crate. Now, what does it give you inside? It basically only get. Oh, I didn't mean to pull up the internet. Okay, so here we are on the main page. All of this chest does, it gives you boosters. It gives you supplies and stuff like that. I can't find out where or what they drop, because the other thing, like the general's crates, do all this gold dropping XP thing. Like, they just go and say, what are war chests? It's like basically they changed the cards to the chess, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because the last time I remember chess, I did a video on it. A lot of people disagree, but I just didn't like chance dropping, and if they make it harder to get tanks, that's a bad thing. But if it is still the same as the red key card, I'm all for it, but I can't find the source. So let's get back to tanks. So you can see we got the crates. So we got pretty much private, sergeant, and then general. Obviously, general is the red key cards. The sergeant is like, oop, where'd it go? Okay, back to war chest. So like the sergeant would be like, the blue key cards, and then private were not blue key cards. They would be, I want to say black. Yeah, I think they were black. And then the private was definitely blue because they were the 1 star. So granted, yes, there's only 3 variation of it, so that's gonna be how it is. So little changes like that. There's no more key cards. There's no more animation except for opening up a chest. It just shows that little box opening. And I think that's it for the update. I know this was a long video of me ranting about the spirit of war, but I wanted to say that. But it was also like, I mean, it needs a lot of work. It needs to stop being greedy. Like wargaming. Stop being greedy about the garage. I got lucky getting 1 tank that I already had the equivalency of gold to customize my garage as it is now. And it was just out of 1 crate. So technically it was free for me. Thank God for that. But that should be not for everybody. This should be like, keep in mind, like honestly, I wouldn't mind it if it was 160 gold, just 160, not 160,000 or 1,600. Don't you dare, wargaming! Don't you take the words out of my mouth. I'm talking about 160. That makes sense for just you alone to see cosmetic look of your garage. That's fair. I don't see any other thing besides that. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I need to go get some medicine. But until then, comrades, we will do a review as soon as I get fucking well. And we'll get started with all this. So until then, I'll see you, comrades,